If you're an American planning your next vacation, there are some places you might want to avoid. While Americans are generally popular around the globe, certain countries have a chilly reception for U.S. citizens. Here are the top 10 countries where Americans aren't particularly welcome in 2024. And don't forget to like this video if you find it helpful. Number 10. Myanmar. Myanmar, with a population of just under 55 million, isn't exactly rolling out the red carpet for Americans. Since the military coup in February 2021, the country has been in turmoil, with civil unrest and armed conflict making it a risky destination. The U.S. government advises against travel due to arbitrary enforcement of local laws and limited healthcare resources. Plus, the visa process is a maze, taking a minimum of 3 working days to process amidst ongoing U.S.-imposed sanctions on Myanmar. Number 9. Yemen. Yemen, home to around 30 million people, has been embroiled in conflict since 2015 to perceived involvement in the conflict. And drone strikes makes it a less than ideal vacation spot. Number 8. Somalia. Somalia, with a population of about 15 million, is another tough spot for Americans. The frosty reception stems from political instability and security concerns. In May 2022, President Joe Biden approved the redeployment of U.S. soldiers to combat Al-Shabaab insurgents, which hasn't made American tourists popular. The visa process is stringent, and the security risks, including terrorism and kidnapping, make it a dangerous destination. Number 7. Venezuela. Venezuela, home to over 28 million people, has a strained relationship with the U.S. due to economic sanctions and political disputes. The economic situation has driven over 7.7 million people to leave the country. For Americans, the visa process is complicated, and the high cost of living, combined with political tension, can make interactions challenging. While there is a community of U.S. citizens in Venezuela, the feeling of being unwelcome due to political and economic hardship is prevalent. Number 6. Libya. Libya, with a population of about 7 million, is another country with a do not travel advisory from the U.S. Department of State. The dangers include crime, terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and armed conflict. The 2012 attack on the U.S. mission in Benghazi marked a turning point, making Libya a tough destination for Americans. The visa process is stringent, and the overall security situation remains unstable. Number 5. Syria. Syria, a country rich in culture and history, has been overshadowed by conflict. The U.S. has a level for travel advisory due to terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and armed conflict. The Syrian government is hostile towards Americans, reflecting the strained geopolitical relations. The visa process is challenging, and the environment can be unwelcoming due to ongoing conflict and suspicion towards foreigners. Number 4. Afghanistan. Afghanistan, with a population of about 38 million, has been a focal point of geopolitical tensions for decades. The U.S. Department of State advises against travel due to terrorism, wrongful detention, kidnapping, and crime. The visa process is daunting, and arriving without a valid visa can lead to deportation or fines. The relationship between Afghanistan and the U.S. is complex, marked by cooperation and conflict, especially post-2001. Number 3. Iraq. Iraq, with a population of around 40 million, has had a tumultuous relationship with the U.S. The visa process is complicated, and the security situation is unstable. The U.S.-led invasion in 2003 set the stage for ongoing tensions. Americans face risks, including government officials employing torture and inhumane treatments. Despite the challenges, there are moments of cooperation between the two countries. Number 2. Iran. Iran, with a population of around 83 million, has a complicated relationship with the U.S. dating back to the 1979 hostage crisis. The U.S. has a level for travel advisory due to risks of terrorism, civil unrest, and arbitrary arrest. The visa process is lengthy and difficult, and once in Iran, Americans face restrictions on movement and financial transactions. Despite these challenges, Iran offers rich cultural experiences, but caution is essential. Number 1. North Korea. North Korea, with a population of about 25 million, is the most challenging destination for Americans. The U.S. government strongly advises against travel due to risks of arrest and long-term detention. Since 2017, U.S. citizens are banned from entering North Korea except under specific circumstances. The visa process is tough, and the experience within the country is highly controlled, with strict rules and constant surveillance. These are the top 10 countries where Americans are not particularly welcome in 2024. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. For more travel advisories and interesting facts, check out our other videos.